Hello, Earth signs. Welcome and thank you for choosing the flowering for your weekly tarot reading for November 4th through the 10th. All right, we're going to look at Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The overall energy that you guys have is the Four of Wands. And I got the energy of foundations being built. Hits the title of the reading, groundwork being laid, foundations being built. All right. There is an energy of grounding, of stabilizing, of organizing. Um, this is the early stages of a project. After the planning, after it's being initiated, this is those early stages of things. The honeymoon phase of a project or a relationship, where it's on stable ground now, and then what comes next is to be seen. Wow. All right. Something for earth signs that you feel some passion about, that you feel will bring some type of stability to you. Um, I'm sorry, something that you've highlighted as something that you may want in your life is definitely stabilizing, or your connection with it or your relation to it is stabilizing. So, starting with Taurus. Okay, then. Right. That energy of being organized, of being feeling like things are allotted as they should be, fairness, fertility. So basically, the foundation is built. The foundation or is being built, and it's being built with the energy, with those energies: fairness, stability, longevity, fruitfulness. So this week for Taurus, for Taurus, um, there is a focus on one part of it. Okay, so it seems like this week you could be looking at the parts of things. So what makes a good foundation for you in business? What's the good foundation for a business relationship for you? What's the good foundation for a relationship, a romantic relationship? What is a good way to build foundations that serve you and your highest good, as well as those that you're connecting with? Like, what is the best foundation? Sorry, what can be built on these foundations? Or what type of ground do I want to build this project up on, type of energy. So I do get the sense that there's a looking into what is going to bring stability into your experience, right? And this is coming because you've already made certain assessments, and you've gone with what you've thought before, and this is probably what's bringing you back to this week. Judgment here talks about everyone having their own unique paths and challenges. Okay, and so maybe you're identifying the fact that what works in one place, or what's very solid and founded and grounded in one area, may not be in another. You're looking at the things, whatever judgments, that I say judgments, but as you've come to this place, you had certain understandings about what brought you stability, what made you feel safe and secure. And now you're looking at those things to see if they still bring you security and safety and stability. Or if you see those things differently now, and if something else that you've overlooked has the potential to bring that to you, Taurus. Right. Okay. For some of you, you thought that something was going to bring you happiness or fulfillment. You decided that it was going to, and I think that you're beginning to lose faith in it because it's taking a while. So you're beginning to make these judgments about whether or not you're asking whether or not this is actually what I saw it to be in the beginning. You're beginning to make judgments about whether or not you should keep going with it in this direction, keep going in this direction or not. So in this week, you'll be asking yourself that. You'll be asking yourself if you're pushing forward, or if you're pushing forward with this, or if you are moving to something else. Either way, you're moving towards what brings you stability. Yeah. For Taurus, I get the feeling that there was a judgment you made about a person or a situation, and now you are, some time has passed, and you are wondering if you should go and attempt to pursue that, go knock on that door again, or if you should just move to something else. I think that whatever judgment that was made, you found it to be not right, not true. Your judgment, whatever you conclusion you came to, you found it to not be right, and you're looking to see if you should try to resurrect that project or thing, or if you should kind of move forward with what you've learned and just apply what you've learned in a new situation. All right, closing your reading. Perseverance. This card has come up so much in today's readings. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. So, yes, this week for Taurus, you're going to be questioning whether you want to continue forward with something or move away from it. And you're also going to be, a group of you are going to be asking if you should, if you made the right, if you have the right perception about something from the past. Maybe your perception is becoming wider, and you're getting a higher perspective on a situation, and you're being asked to not give up on that situation that you may have overlooked and walked away from already, but it's still on your mind, okay? Virgo. Okay, Virgo. So you, Venus. Venus. So already I get the feeling that Virgos are in this week feeling the effects of the Venus retrograde, are really feeling, could be tied to a Scorpio as well, because with the Empress here, it relates to Venus energy, Earth energy, but Venus is in Scorpio, right? Okay. I think that makes sense. So we're still feeling that energy. We're feeling that upheaval of feelings, of romantic feelings. We're feeling Virgo is connecting back to their heart space this week. And for some men, males, you are looking at the value that certain connections with women have brought to you. This could be past lovers, siblings, So sisters, moms, aunts, it doesn't really matter. But I get the sense that Virgo is really looking at how feminine energy has played in their environment. If it's conflictual, if it's competitive. I think that some of you are going to find that the feminine energy in your environment is competitive, and that it hinders you in certain areas of your life. That's deep. You're gonna see how your lack of feminine energy gave the feminines around you the ability to completely manipulate and control you. You're gonna see how the lack of feminine energy on your end, your relationship with your own divine feminine inside of you, has allowed low vibrational feminines to rule over that aspect in your spirit. Clouded you, didn't allow you to see certain value in yourself based on their requirements of you. This is for male or female, but I really get a heavy male energy here. So if you're a female Virgo, then look at your relationships with other women. But I totally get the sense that this is all about the feminine energies in the environment for Virgos right now. Wow. Yeah, could be tied to a Scorpio, and this Scorpio could be showing up for you right now as the Empress, or you could be remembering how you felt with them, and you felt that Empress energy. You felt creative. You felt like you could be and do what made you happy. What made you feel good. Interesting. Yeah, blame. I accept responsibility for my own well being. This goes right back to what we're talking about with acknowledging how certain energies in your field were because you had a poor relationship with your feminine energy. So women, your relationship with women was always has been kind of tainted. This week, you're realizing that none of the issues were outside of you. Well, some of them were obviously, but what was being presented to you, the struggle, I just can't win here in connections, in projects, in anything. It was tied to certain imbalances in you. So even the hardest working person needs the balance of rest, relaxation, right? Rest and relaxation. And some Virgos are going to be, oh yes, some Virgos are finding that all work and no play is no fun. And you can't be mad at someone else for what you're trying to build up. So like you're attempting to build a certain foundation. So your focus is on money, meaning that you go to work, you spend your time working, you don't rest, and now you're snappy with the other people. Well, and then you say things like, I'm doing this all for you. Well, your well being is your responsibility too. So there might be a need for some self care, some self love, or to just do what makes you completely happy this week. Okay, Virgo. Religious factor. Religious factors. Okay. Yeah, this is still coming back to this Empress energy for me with Virgo. It's not necessarily religion, but the set of rules and standards and restrictions, basically the box that people have put you in, what you're allowed to feel, how you're allowed to speak, how you're allowed to act, who you're allowed to interact with. All those things, there's a healing of your feminine energy that needs to be had. Maybe you need to allow the softening to take place, because I feel like this is all about expectations of others and you trying to meet them. This is expectations, beliefs, what people believe you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. This is authority figures too. So remember how I said your weak feminine energy allowed other feminine energies around you to to overwhelm you or to rule over you. And it was based on the things that, you know, the standards that you have always had to meet. Now you realize that someone else's standards are not my issue. Get centered. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a blank, insert animal here, holding a insert magical item here, floating through space on a insert piece of furniture here. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a butterfly, holding a crystal quartz, floating through space on a pillow. That was fun. So the message here is that balance the masculine and feminine energies, allow some of those more sensitive, emotional, nurturing feelings to come on out and not to be hidden or masked by your masculine, your need to have order, your need to control, um, the focus on money. So get centered, balance the feminine. There's space for you to feel and to create, so to provide and to feel, so to provide and to receive. I knew it was going to come out right eventually. Okay. Virgo and Capricorn. Oh, okay. All right, Capricorn. You are being offered a path this week. November 4th through the 10th, it seems as if that there will be a choice, almost like red pill, blue pill type of stuff, where you don't necessarily get hurt, or neither option is necessarily bad. One just takes you to a heightened level, and then one allows you to continue on your experience, unharmed, but without, not without, let's see, basically one takes you on a to a higher level of wisdom and enlightenment. One allows you to just continue to be. You can work as you can work, still work as hard as you want to work. You can still succeed in certain things. You can still have a lot here. It's just a different existence. One existence is more set here in this realm, and one is more to allow you to expand spiritually. Okay. Either way, you're being presented with a path or with a choice. One is going to take you towards healing. One is going to take you, I heard, to repeat the cycle, but not in the negative way that it's always here. Obviously, cycles are here to be completed and moved on from. However, some people live in a cycle, and they're unconscious to the fact that they're in the cycle. So it's not uncomfortable per se. They think that it's just the way things are, or it's just the game. So, wow. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Wow. So here is going to be, yes, here is going to be a choice to keep fighting something. I want to say that within you, to keep fighting something within you. it's appearing as an outward battle or a battle with someone else or tension between you and someone else, but it's an internal battle, and you are at war with yourself because there's certain things that you haven't accepted. You still want to physically affect change in a situation or a project, relationship that you can't change anymore. There's nothing that you can do about it. So you have the option to accept it as it is or move on from it, right? So if this option is accepting as it is and living with it, it's not necessarily a bad choice because it still grows you. Or you can move on fully, but you still have to gain the knowledge and understanding of what this was going to present to you. That seemed like that got confusing, but there is basically the choice to stop battling and progress, or to keep battling and be here battling to live with that because sometimes that is the choice, right? Sometimes I can acknowledge something but not accept it. So I can acknowledge that this is over or that there might still be another opportunity, but then I don't accept that that is the case. That is the case. Let me just getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay. So here, make sure that you look at both options. I say both options. I was getting ready to correct myself and say all of them, but look at both options. Decide for yourself which one takes you to your highest. Because one will over the other take you on a more direct path to your highest being, into your new chapter of progression, abundance, success. Letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a good look, right? So, Capricorn, for some of you Capricorns, you're holding a grudge. There's potential to move forward in the situation, in this connection that with a person. With a person, yes. You're holding a grudge and you have the potential to move forward with them and have success. However, you're choosing right now to hold the grudge, or you're waiting for this person to run back to you and acknowledge that they've made some mistake. You're waiting for that to happen. Your ego is telling you that you should wait for that to happen. But you're going to have to let go. You can do whatever it is that you want to do in this situation. You have free will. However, if you let go of whatever grudge, whatever thing that you know, or that you are holding on to, because you know it, but you're holding on to it, it won't change anything. It's in the past. And all it can do if you hold on to it is continue to deteriorate the chances that you have of having what this path has to offer. So you got to let it go. Let go of the judgments, let go of the hurt, let go of everything that is you've yet to accept the situation for what it was offering you. The lesson, you've not acknowledged the lesson that it was teaching. So it's difficult for you to let go of whatever that person did or whatever happened between you two. It's hard for you to let go of it because you've yet to learn what was meant to be learned about it. So If you let go of the resentments, the lesson will show up. And then you can let go of the situation. The connection can move forward if you wanted to, or you can let it fall to the wayside. Wow. Capricorn, this week, you know you're getting real with yourself and you're letting yourself know that, dang, I've let this go on long enough. And I can either speak up and say how I feel about this, because I feel like some of you, the grudge is not even spoken. The other person doesn't even know that you have a grudge against them, or that there's something blocking this foundation from being built upon. Okay. I'm going to pull one last card for you, earth signs, to close your reading and see what comes up for you. Engagement. Today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average. And at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. Wow. Okay. So, overall, for the earth signs, we had, stability, grounding, security, right? And I get the sense that 100%, some of you Capricorns are popping the question or being proposed to. I'm just going to put that out there. But otherwise, you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone, step out of whatever funk you've been in, step out of whatever familiar energies that have been living around you for some time now. Step out of them and see what new wonders are out here for waiting to engage with you, because I get the sense that there are experiences that are waiting for you to come around, to open yourself to them. And I need to say to Capricorn, that last card, Capricorn, this connection that you are hindering with your I don't mean to beat y'all up with the way I'm wording this, but this connection that you won't allow to move forward because of the resentment or whatever baggage you're still being held on to, it has the potential for marriage. Okay. It has the potential for marriage. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, Earth signs, for choosing the flowering for your weekly tarot reading for November 4th through 10th. I hope that you'll come back next week and many more weeks after that to for your insights. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like and subscribe and share if you see fit.